In this video, we will show you how to replace your vehicle speed sensor on the Chevy Silverado. This will be mounted directly to your transmission. Let's get into it. Okay friends, let's get started on our job. Safely make your way underneath the passenger side of the vehicle. We're looking for the rear of the transmission. That's where you're going to find your speed sensor. To remove the speed sensor, start with the electrical connector. There should be a small locking tab that you can carefully make your way underneath, gently pull it away, and disconnect the electrical connector. Ours is already broken, so I'm just going to go ahead and give this a little tug. Once you have it disconnected, you need to inspect the wiring harness. If you see any funny colors, that's corrosion and it would need to be dealt with. Ours looks fine, so we'll set it aside. Now we can remove the 8mm headed bolt that holds the mounting bracket in place. Inspect your mounting hardware as you remove it, replace it as necessary. Now we can take hold of this area. You should be able to give it a wiggle. It's going to be held in place with an O-ring, which is technically located inside of the transmission. As we start pulling this out, be careful not to let any debris make its way into the transmission, which could cause damage. To pry this out of place, you can use a small prying device. Just be careful not to break the sensor off inside the transmission. There it is, friend. With the sensor out of there, we'll use a clean rag and make sure we clean up that mounting port, give it a quick inspection, and we can prepare for installation. Okay friend, let's get ready to install our vehicle speed sensor. Looking at the sensor itself, you can see that we have our rubber O-ring, which is the seal. It's a good idea to add a thin amount of lubricant going around this to help it slide into the transmission. Let's take this sensor and slide it straight into the side of the transmission, align the mounting bolt hole, and start it in by hand. With that started in, let's snug it up and then torque that to 97 inch-pounds. There we are. With that mounted in, we'll continue on with our electrical connector. For this, if you have that locking tab, you want to press it in until you hear it click, and then give it a tug to make sure it's secure. Since our locking tab is broken, I'll be using a wire tie. You shouldn't necessarily need to use this if you have that locking clip. Double check to make sure it's secure. Okay friend, if you happen to make a mess in this area, go ahead and clean it up. Once you've done that, safely make your way out from under the vehicle, take it for a road test, and make sure you have no check engine light. Aside from that, thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.